What's up everybody, this is Supreme King back here again with another video, and I've already touched on this game enough as it is, but I wanted to just say one final thing before it comes out, and I'm talking about Saints Row. Go ahead and give this video a like, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, but let's get right into it. Saints Row, like I said before, was around the corner and I was telling people they should give it another chance. But one thing that I want to say that might be way too late to say at this point, I mean, let's face it, the game is already in its final stages. It's probably going to have maybe a day one patch, and then after that it's done, right? But for the game itself, the only thing I want to say is this game needs to be a masterpiece for itself. It can't afford to have any hiccups. It can't afford to be a game that's a dud. Saints Row deserves to have a real audience in the next gen generation, or current gen at this point, however you look at it. GTA 6 is probably going to be one of the most anticipated games of the next generation. Saints Row will always be in the shadow of GTA, right? But that shouldn't stop the developers of Saints Row from trying to craft what could be one of the best games that they can come out with. It might seem a little silly in comparison to GTA 6 or even GTA 5, but the game at least deserves to be worked on as if it has a massive fan base waiting for it, the same way someone will wait for GTA 6. That's how I look at it here. I think the game most likely is going to be what people are expecting it to be. Yes, it's not going to be in the same caliber as a Rockstar game. It doesn't need to be, but the developers as well as whoever was in the creative department for this game needs to treat this game as if it is just as big and as if it is just as important, because the game itself deserves it at this point. The franchise deserves it. If you're talking about the 5th version of this game, or 6th if you count the Get Out of Hell game as a standalone, right? And then there's been the multiple revisions for some of the later releases. So the game has a fan base that's probably not even worried about GTA 6, right? Or Grand Theft Auto in general. Some people look at Saints Row now as its own thing, completely different from GTA, and they should treat this like a completely different game. But as a franchise, it deserves to have the same respect from the development team when creating and crafting this game. Maybe it's too late to talk about that. Maybe it's too late for, the development team to, think about that type of thing. I hope they thought about that. I hope they looked at this and said, let's make this the best that we can, instead of just rehashing something that's old. But I've seen through the grapevine here and there that this game reminds people of the 3rd game more than the 4th or the 1st and the 2nd, and I can kind of see it a little bit. I can see that, where it's a little bit more polished in a way. I completely understand where the guys are coming from who think that, but this is still a brand new game. It's still going to be released as a whole new packaged game for the next gen systems. And so this is the game that's going to keep the franchise alive. They need to make sure that it keeps the franchise going, even if they don't take the most serious route. I know a lot of people probably was turned off from the beginning, and they probably went away from this game and never looking back. And that's unfortunate, and that's part of their fault, the development team, for however you look at the creative decisions of the characters in the game. However, this is still the next chapter for this franchise, and all I'm saying is it needs to have the same treatment, if not even a better treatment, than the people that's supposed to be the rival to this game. Now, something like GTA is like head and shoulders all the way up to the waist, probably to the knee ahead ahead of Saints Row, right? Saints Row still needs to aim for the stars. This could, in theory, be a game that catapults them for another generation. So they need to treat it with that same importance. And I'm hoping that they did. Anyways, that's all I got for you here. Quick video, my last thoughts on this game before it releases. What do you think about this game? Is this still a game that you have some hopes for, or are you walking away from it completely? Let me know in the comment section below. And other than that, Rocket Launcher Podcasts every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out. There should be a new episode that was released on this past Sunday, so go take a look at that, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.